Are you also wondering what will be the next update in BLOX FRUIT? Me too. Alright, let's start. First thing I think they should update or what's called rework is the frozen dimension, and here's why. Let's pretend that this boat is a beast hunter, and you and your group set sail to the level 6 sea. It's so dark and it takes a while for it to spawn. Most of the time it will not spawn. There's a different kind of reasons for that, but mostly it's a low chance rate. So even though you all bribe, it still depends on the chance rate inside the server. It's like gambling. But let's say you and your group found it, and it appeared in front of you. You go out to the boat and into the portal, and after killing Levi, you'll need to choose where to go. Hydra or Tiki? What's the adventure to that? How about like this? You with a group of 5 will still need to go to the Tiki Island, and you will still need to talk to the spy. But instead of bribing, you gotta smack his face off.
Yes! Yes!
Kidding aside, that's just for fun, so you can enjoy the video and laugh about it. It's because it's truly happening inside the game, and it's annoying. But now, I'll explain more about my ideas, and I know that you will like it, because there's more adventure within. You're all traveling in a dark sea, and suddenly, you came across a frozen storm. It's not an island, it's a large area where you can find a frozen dimension. It's called the Frozen Zone. The environment here is like summoning Indra plus freezing the Hydra, and instead of the rocks that you normally see, it will be frozen rocks. And we have a new NPC. I call them the mermaids. They make sounds that you can only hear from the Frozen Zone. Sounds like this. Sound interesting, right? But I have a lot more to tell you. The thing about these mermaids is you can't kill them because they don't have a health bars. So they can also attack you. But do you know who else can attack you? Did you see that? Yep. Not the goddamn albino sea beast. We'll get into that in a few seconds. For now, let me explain to you the mermaids. The main thing you need to know about the mermaids are their allies of the frozen sea beast. That's why when you approach them, they will dive into the sea, and the frozen sea beast will appear, and it's gonna attack you. Also to your boat. We all know that the normal sea beast has 3 attacks, and that is spitting, roaring, and the beam. That's also what the frozen sea beast can do. But the spitting is a little bit different. When the frozen sea beast spits, it will directly attack the boat. And when the boat gets spit, instead of taking damage, it will lock in place, like it's frozen. And that will slow you down to find the frozen dimension. It will melt though, eventually. But after a few seconds, the frozen sea beast will freeze the boat again. So, you better kill it. Or just avoid the mermaids, because as soon as they dive in, that's when you get close enough for them to summon the frozen sea beast. Now, if you find the frozen dimension but you don't have a boat, you cannot go through the portal, because not only do you need a group of 5, you also need a boat. Don't worry though, inside the frozen zone, other NPC that can destroy your boat, like piranhas, any ship raids, shark, and a terror shark, cannot spawn, even to normal sea beasts. The frozen sea beast will not gonna damage your boat that much, because it meant to slow you down finding the frozen dimension. And one more thing, the frozen dimension will spawn randomly inside the frozen zone, so it can't be repeatable or strategized by the players. The good thing is, you can summon the frozen zone even if you're one person, but you cannot enter inside if you don't have 5 players and a boat in front of the frozen dimension. It's guaranteed that the frozen zone is gonna spawn after bribing the spy, but it's a challenge to spot where the frozen dimension will be. And this is the next thing I want to talk about. You know, this magnet volcano is also like a chance to summon the volcano. I said a chance because it's not really guaranteed to spawn when you have it. Sometimes it doesn't spawn, so you need to server hop, and sometimes you don't need it because it's still gonna spawn. I think it's because of the server's luck. Sometimes the server is lucky. That's why you need to server hop a bunch of times to find the lucky server. Because of that, it doesn't really make sense to have a magnet. But what if I have a little solution for that?
What? How?
I'll explain. So you know it's magnet, right? And a magnet can influence the compass. So how about we connected the magnet to the compass? Like this. Imagine that you're traveling at level 6 and you just crafted the magnet for a volcano. Then all of a sudden, the screen shakes a bit and you see your compass wiggle a little bit. And the more you go towards the position that it wiggles the screen and the compass, the more it shakes until the volcano appears and the compass and the screen stop shaking. It should make sense to have a magnet, right?
This solution will not gonna tell players where exactly the volcano.
Because it will be random too, but it will tell you where the volcano can spawn, which is where it shakes more. And it makes sense too because volcano can cause earthquakes. I saved this topic for the last because it makes me rage every time I grind for it, and that is fool's gold. We know that to grind the fool's gold, we need to ship raids. It's just the hunted ship raids are the one that gives more fool's gold. What my problem here is my ship always gets sunk most of the time before I even destroy one. And I can't also switch fruit because what if the person doesn't have a perm for grinding ship raids? That's why I came up with another subclass. This guy is an armored shipwrights. You can get this class by taking to it and doing his quest. The first quest will be collecting 30 scrap metal. After that, you will go back to him and talk. He will say that you are now ready to be his students. There's a 3 stages for it: intern, expert, and master. When you're intern and expert, you are a student. So you need to grind for a scrap metal and bring it to him so he can craft the ship's shield for you. Because you are still student, you are still learning. Intern is when you can craft cheap armor. This is for the boat that have 1k to 1.5k health, like Miracle, Sentinel, Slay, and other boats that are 1.5k health below. Expert is when you can craft good armor. This is for boats that have 2.5k health only, like Lantern and Beast Hunter, and other boats that have 2.5k health. Master is when you don't need to go to him anymore to craft armor because you can craft it by yourself wherever you are. If you have enough scrap metal, you can go to your inventory and click to build on scrap metal. After that, it will show 2 things: cheap armor and good armor. Cheap armor needs 25 scrap metal. Good armor needs 45 scrap metal. And the max scrap metal you can carry is 99. You can craft 3 times of cheap armor, and you can craft 2 times of good armor. Let's talk about how much it can add to the boat health.
Cheap armor will add 15% of the health,
Which is like 250 more health for the boat. Good armor will add 30% of the health, which is 500 more for the boat. Even though the number is a bit low, it's not low for the NPC because this armor has special ability which lower their damage to 25%, maybe 50%. It's not gonna break easily, but when it breaks, the NPC damage will go back to normal and sink your boat to the fullest. Collecting scrap metal and crafting ship armor is not only the quest to make an advance on your level in armor shipwrights. You also need to go and test the armor you craft, which is you need to go to the sea events because it needs to be destroyed by the NPC there. After it sinks, that's when you gain experience, and when you do that all over again, you will advance your title until being a master. But to gain experience, you need to destroy a lot of boat because you cannot put another armor to the boat while you are at the sea. The rule is to put the armor before you go to explore. The fun part is when you put armor on the ship, It will be the same color as your aura. It's not gonna be easy, but it's more interesting than the leak we got before. It said that there will be a new class that can make the boat faster. That subclass might destroy the sense of the fast boat, which most of the people bought using Roblox. Why will you buy the fast boat if there will be subclass to make the boat faster?
If all my ideas make any sense, leave a like.
And if you have question that I can answer, leave a comment. And if the BLOX FRUIT devs use my ideas, it's all good. It's for the game improvements. So there will be no copyright issue anymore. And it makes like an original game. But if you see this BLOX FRUIT devs, I only have one request. That is, please give me the creator's camera when you can move around in the BLOX FRUIT while you're standing still. I don't care about the triple dark blade. I just care about the creator stuff so I can get good shots inside the BLOX FRUIT. I really need it.
Yeah.
I really need that.